Hey Jack Squad, happy Friday. How's everybody doing today? Hope all is well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. You got to make it happen for yourself. So don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. All of my social media stuff is down in the description box. My email and my Cash App as well. Listen, y'all, I've been thinking about this for a while now about Young Thug and Gunna, right? They have been accused. They have some indictments under the RICO Act, right? Now, the RICO Act is what they use federally. It's federal, right? It's what they use to make sure that you go to jail. It's like conspiracy and all like that, right? And so I'm going to read here. Now, he's in Fulton County jail, right? And I'm trying to, I don't know, but I'm trying to figure out why is he in Fulton County. I guess the feds just going to put him there. But anyway, it says he was denied bond. Yesterday, and he's indicted of being the leader of the Young Slime Life street gang. Now, I'm going to say this before I even get started, because I don't know these people, but it just bothers me because I have sons, right? The one mistake, and I'm not saying they're guilty, not at all. I don't know what they did. The one mistake that black men do, especially young black men, when they get to an economic level, when they make enough money to maintain themselves and take care of their mom and other family members and other folks, they still play street games. At some point, you have to let that go. They say that he do a lot of stuff in the community, and I've heard that like on the radio and stuff, before he got, when I first moved here, before he got indicted, that he does stuff, right? But the thing is, y'all, you can't play street games and you under the spotlight, an entertainment spotlight. You just can't, right? And they're trying to indict him on some lyrics in his rap, right? Like, people talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean they did it, right? Well, he has an 80-page indictment. His real name is Jeffrey Williams, and he's the head of the Young Slime Life, right? That's what they're saying. That's what they're allegedly saying, right? He's the top dog. The most dangerous man here. Now they gonna make him like he John Gotti or somebody, right? Because he doesn't have to get his hands dirty, they say he has other people to do his dirty work, right? Now, they have statements, and this is what's the bad part. They have statements from other YSL gang members that he is dangerous, they are afraid of him, and if they cross him, he will kill them and their family, right? So he's treacherous. That's what they're saying. He's a dangerously evil, treacherous human being, right? And that he's the one they're all afraid of. He's the one that's King Slime. He's pulling all the shots. Now, this is coming from his people in the gang with him, right? So I'm guessing they rounded everybody up and folks start talking. Whether they telling the truth or not, it's not for me to decide, right? And a lot of times, when the person they really want, they will bend it or make it so that they can, that'll be the person that they get, right? And, the reason why I'm talking about this, right, is, and I thought about it for a few days, is because I have sons, right? And it only takes one slip up, one mistake in the bad direction to ruin your whole life. And the reason why I'm concerned is because this man could possibly spend the rest of his life in the penitentiary, or the better part of it, right? And it's sad when you had such a budding career, right? That's the part that hurts me as a mother, as a black woman, right? Now, I can't call whether he did what they said he did or not, but I know this because I've had dealings with him through experience. When the feds come to you, they have all of the ducks in a row. There's no question about what you did. I'm just saying that, right? So his attorney presented several witnesses yesterday to testify to counter this image of the rapper because he has a bad image, in the court of law, right? as well as a private investigator who have testified about the logistics of potential home confinement and its feasibility. Now, his lawyer wanted to have him home confinement, which usually they abide by that. But I think because he's accused of some violence, right? And they said, well, I heard an audio this morning, and the lawyer, as well as Kevin Liles, which is the head of the CEO of the record label he's under, they said if he were to have guards, like off-duty police officers at his home or wherever he reside, and I'm sure put him on the box and have these off-duty officers, could you guys afford that? Kevin Liles said, yes, I could afford it, and he could afford it as well. So he was going to put his own money up to get this young man out of jail. Like, they don't want him out. They don't want him out. They're setting an example, and they're setting a precedent. And this is a warning to other, because what they want to do now is curb what you say in your rap lyrics. That's my opinion, right? And we all know sometimes people say stuff just for entertainment value, right? So they want to curb that. So now you have to watch what you're rapping about, because they taking it as facts. That's the part that burns me, right? So anyway, they had another witness, Jamil Mitchell. He's a community organizer off Cleveland Ave. He says without Young Thug, the neighborhood would be terrible. You got to think about all the people he helped motivate. And to me, and I know to a lot of other people, he's a motivator to us. So I guess this is his neighborhood. Like I said, I've heard about him doing things, giving away food, doing something when I first moved here. Because I moved here right before Christmas, and I heard of things, on the radio that he was doing, and so on and so forth. Right now, like I said, Kevin Liles is a music executive and founder of the agency that distributes Young Thug's music and the YSL label. He said that he was like a son to him, and he was willing to put his own wealth and business behind the bond. See, it's one thing when you out here talking what you're talking about, but it's another thing when you get in there. That's a whole different creature when you go to jail. It's a whole different creature. Now you're in there thinking of the what ifs. If I hadn't, I should have did this. All that's going on in your mind. And they put up a video of him, and I don't blame him, praying while his court case was going on, right? And they're not going to give him a date until when? January the something. They're going to let him sit. What does it say? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's in January. No, I just had it. Anyway, I may run across it again. It's in January that he's going to court, so that's a long time. That's months from now, 7 months, right? Now, one of the key charges involves a 2015 murder in which he allegedly rented a car used in the killing of Donovan Thomas Jr., who is described as a rival gang member, right? Fulton County DA said that particular episode, and this is why I think that the feds got into it, created violence like Atlanta has never seen. See, I've talked to people. I got cousins down here, been down here years, right? And they're older than me, and I got cousins that's younger than me, born and bred here, right? I have heard, and I've met people, I've heard numerous of times that the crime, Atlanta didn't used to be the way it is now. Now listen, what has happened is people, like I migrated, but I have good intentions. People with bad intentions bring all that ghetto-ness down here. This is a country city, right? And it's being turned into a violent city. You know what I'm saying? It's not nowhere near as violent as Cleveland, but the violence is here, and the people that live here and been here are concerned, and I would be too. I'm concerned because I came to get away from that, right? Where I live is a little bit secluded, but that's what happened, right? That's what has happened, and so. That one murder, I guess it created a lot of other murders, a lot of other crime. Everybody's retaliating and so on and so forth, right? The case is also marked by the First Amendment issues. The DA says Willis is using several of Young Thug's rap lyrics against him as evidence. So, like I said, you have to be careful what you're saying and what you're singing and rapping about, because they're going to use that as evidence. Like, I don't think that's right. The legal expert, Paige Pate, I think it's Pate, said they're frequently used in RICO cases in Georgia, but that he thinks in this case it could be problematic for the prosecution because they're stretching it. They're stretching it, right? This is a very aggressive move by Fulton County prosecutors. I think here they may have gone a step too far, like I just said, right? Because they're charging these individuals with criminal activity under Georgia law, which really may be limited to things they've either said, either on social media or in song lyrics. So they're trying to convict them on things they've said, don't have actually evidence of. Like, that's not right, right? And ultimately, I think this is going to be a problem. The jury is going to want to see evidence that these individuals, they want to see the evidence. Each one of these individuals actually committed some sort of crime separate from just being part of this organization, right? Listen, the word gang frightens people, and it should, because gang activity is associated with violence, right? I'm not denying that. But again, once you reach a certain level in life, you have to put the street gangs down. I'm not saying that they were involved in any of this, right? I'm just saying what I've seen through life, right? I've seen it on a smaller scale, seen it on a bigger scale, financially, right? There's certain things you have to stop doing when you reach a certain point in life. You have to stop doing, you have to stop playing, you have to be serious about the way you move in certain situations. Now, for these people to say, like he has an 80-page indictment, and how many people said, let me go back to my notes, they have, I must have saw that somewhere else, because there are a lot of gang members that stated they're afraid of him. See, they've gotten his people to turn on him, which is what they do. And, listen, I don't advocate crime or violence or none of that, right? I come up under the thought of, if you're going to do anything, do it by yourself. There's no need for no gang, no group, no bunch, no none of that, right? You stay out here longer, okay? And, I'm looking for how many people they said. I read that somewhere yesterday about how many people they have to testify and comment on what he's done and what they're afraid of. And see, fear, if you tell somebody I'm gonna kill you and your family, that's something to be fearful about. Oh, here it is, 25, I was right. More than 25 others have allegedly, here we go. I got that wrong. It's more than 25 others who have allegedly participated in the gang activity. So they got a whole bunch of folks caught up in this here situation, right? I feel very, very sad for them. Like I said, I have sons. And life was not as violent as it is now when I was raising my sons. I still have a young son in his 20s. And every now and then he can say or do something stupid, right? Which I think he probably have done. I haven't talked to him in a couple of days, and I hope not. And I don't know, I was listening to somebody the other day, it might have been Steve Harvey or something, say, a woman can teach him a lot of things, but it takes a man to teach him how to be a man. And I get that. I agree with that. But we have to stop choosing violence as a way to resolve issues. And when you got money and you living your life, ain't no need for that street stuff. You ain't got to struggle and do all that. You ain't got to be out there like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I understand the struggle when you out there in it. You out there in it. Because they said he had a horrific childhood. I get that. A lot of us have, right? But you have to make choices and decisions on how you're going to move forward in your life to stay out here safely, right? You have to make choices that will keep you rising to the top, right? You can't do anything that's going to be a detriment to your livelihood. That's all I'm saying on that, right? And again, my heart really, really goes out to him and Gunna. Gunna was denied it as well because I have boys, I have nephews. And, when you live in an urban area, sometimes it's hard to avoid the pitfalls, right? And when you have avoided them and risen to the top, don't go back. Why go back? You can help like he was doing. You can help financially. You can help socially. You can help. But you don't have to be in that mix. You just don't have to be in that mix. What I am concerned about also is your lyrics. Like, why we got to say what you want us to say? We just talking. It's a fantasy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that part. That you're gonna try to convict somebody on what they said in a song. You know, so anyway, that's my take on that because it's bothered me. A lot of times stuff bothers me. I like to get off my chest. And you all are my therapists, right? Drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think about this. Because this is a serious social issue to me. Because I've seen this all of my life. You know, I've seen it all my life. Like, I've seen it, you know, in the entertainment industry, period. You know, people, and we be so connected to our hood, right? And that's okay to be connected. But when you can remove yourself so you don't stay in the mix and still help, but remove yourself so you're not in the mix, right? And I've seen a lot of people fall to the wayside for that very reason. They have reached a point, they're doing fine, they're doing well, and then they can't stay out of this. They can't stay out of the hood. You don't have to stay in the hood to be loyal to the hood. You don't. You know, there's ways that you can help other than being right there in the mix. And that's all I'm going to say on that. You know, I'm praying for these young men, you know, because to me it looks like, you know, that RICO Act, listen, the feds ain't nothing to play with, right? And they give good time. They give big time. You know, it ain't, you know, and then you be standing there in front of that judge and he say 742 months and you trying to calculate in your head how many years that is. Like, the feds and the state, two different entities, two totally different entities. The feds is a monster, period. It's a monster, right? And so they're not getting bond. You know, they can't even be out. Now, all the money he's made, he's going to have to use to try to get out this situation. If they allow him out. Because, like I said, I listened to the audio and the judge asked the question. And it seemed like the judge was going to go that way. They asked these questions. And the Kevin Lyles said, yeah, I'll be able to, I would do that. And he would put his money up. I would put my money up to assure that he comes back to court. They said they think he's a flight risk. Where he going? Where he going? Where he going? You know, back in the day, folks went to wherever they went. Only a few. You know, Black Panthers, Black Nationalists, you know, they went somewhere to another country or something. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going to do that. You know, so anyway, y'all, it's sad. The whole thing is sad to me. You know, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, hit my Cash App, please, if you can. You know, I'm grateful. I'm on my way to the 5,000 subscribers, y'all. I appreciate, welcome all new subscribers. I get new subscribers every day. So, you know, I had a girlfriend of mine call me yesterday and she said one of her friends, she told one of her friends about me and she looked me up and liked the videos. Like, I am very humbled and very happy that folks take the time out of their day to listen to what I'm saying, right? And I don't take that lightly. Just want y'all to know that, even though y'all know that. But, you know, for my new people, welcome to the Jack Squad. And let me know what you're thinking. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you're thinking. All right. Oh, got to tell y'all, I haven't researched because I haven't had time. But they say, according to the blogs, Kerrion Franklin is out of jail. I'm dying to see what he has to say. I'm dying to know what happened. I'll probably get with y'all on that tomorrow, maybe, if I have time, because I got to do my research on that. But he is out of jail. Like, you know, I raised my sons to understand that they have a target on their back. They're black men, young black men. Those are the ones they want to get. They don't care nothing about you when you get old, because you don't. Young black men have targets on their back. So you must walk a certain way, right? You must be on a certain path, you know, and you must try to avoid the pitfalls, which is hard to do. It's hard to do. So this is dear to me because they're young men. Probably, and you know, I like watch Gunna on his movies and stuff. Like, they had careers, you know. So I'm saddened by this, y'all. I'm saddened by this. I'm not saying that they're guilty or not guilty. I'm saddened by the situation. I'm saddened by the fact they can't get out and do what they want. But this is what they're doing is setting a precedent and sending out warning shots. That's what they're doing. All right, y'all. I'm going to do part 3 of Monique and DL because she done got on my nerves. She done got on my nerves. All right.